All right, everyone, welcome to Strictly Yankees. I am Jacob Brown, joined here with Mark Papaleo. We're going to talk about the Yankees roster. Since last time, the only thing that we have talked about were the Corey Kluber and DJ LeMahieu acquisitions. Since then, we don't know what's let me restart that. Hold on.
You're good. Ottavino got traded too, remember?
Yeah, that's why I was like, what am I like? What in order was I thinking about?
You're good. Yeah, I feel you.
Okay, I just pulled up the adds and subtractions. 3, 2, 1. All right, everyone, welcome to Strictly Yankees. I'm Jacob Brown, joined here with Mark Papaleo. Today we're going to go over all the Yankees moves since the last time that we did this. Last time, Kluber and LeMahieu were signed, but we still got to talk about Ottavino being traded, getting Darren O'Day, Jameson, Taillon, and a lot of other moves as well. First of all, how you doing today, Mark? We're getting close to the season. Football's over. Now it's full baseball.
I'm good. I'm excited. The Yankees made a lot of moves I'm excited about, to start with, the signing of James Taillon, and, trading Ottavino obviously was, a good move, I think, salary cap wise for us. So I'm getting pretty excited as we get here closer to first pitch.
Yeah, I think I guess we could start with that, with the Ottavino trade. So everyone since the, really the middle of the season have been saying, Cashman is saying that they probably are going to spend less money, even though they probably can. Seems like the Yankees are really the only team that are like, we don't want to go over, because you look at the Dodgers, they just get Bauer. They're way over the luxury tax. They don't seem to give a shit. The Yankees are sitting here like, we don't want to spend any money. So they get rid of Ottavino. I don't even necessarily think it's because they think he's bad. I think it's just because he costs so much money. Last year, if you take away that one outing where he gave up 6 runs and didn't record an out, his ERA was 2.89 for the whole season. So I think the main problem with him was they didn't trust him in big moments anymore. He walks a lot of people. I was talking with Steve on Strictly Baseball. Like, when you get to 2 strikes with Ottavino, it's the slider, and the guys just lay it off now. His fastball is not going to strike you out. It's more of a pitch to locate for strikes. I think that's why Boom is like, I don't know if I want to bring him in the playoffs, because I don't know if he's even going to strike people out today. But listen, he was a good Yankee. He had a great 2019. I really hope he doesn't do well against us with the Red Sox. Other than that, I'm rooting for the guy, but it was the right move to shed that salary.
I agree with everything you said. And I think at the end of the day, everyone said like it's risky to trade with the Red Sox. It makes no sense because they're true rivals. But when it comes down to it, they're taking the salary off our hands, and we're not really going to see much against us. He's a relief pitcher. Even if he sees his couple games, what's he going to do? Strike our guys out? It's not like he's going to win games for the Red Sox against us to hurt us. So I think it's a kind of a win-win for both teams. The Red Sox get a relief arm they need, and the Yankees get to clear the cap space like they've been saying, and so they don't go over the luxury, which is a little out of hand if you ask me.
It really is. Like, I mean, it seems to be just Steinbrenner that's like, nope, I don't want to do it. Now, I mean, you could argue if you can do it, do it. But at the same time, they let some people walk. They settle for Kluber and they settle for Taillon, who they're good pitchers. I like them a lot. But you've got Trevor Bauer sitting right there. Yeah, it's an expensive contract. But if these are the old Yankees, Bauer's a Yankee right now.
I agree. If this is George Steinbrenner running the team, I think he's in pinstripes. And I think a couple of years back, Bryce Harper would have been in pinstripes as well.
Right. And now looking at that, it's like, well, I guess who cares that we're not paying $330 to him? I guess it's the right move. Machado, maybe not. I mean, his last year was amazing. So down 2019, but amazing 2020. But yeah, I mean, to your point with the Red Sox not even being in effect, what's Ottavino going to do to us? Benintendi's out. Jackie Bradley Jr.'s out, even though he can't really hit, but he's still an identity guy there. This is not the same Red Sox team. They don't have pitching. They're really not going to be a threat. I mean, the Rays are going to be more dangerous, and the Blue Jays are certainly going to be more dangerous against us this year. So what do you think about the Jameson Taillon trade? So the Yankees traded Jameson Taillon for James Reeves, Miguel Yajuri, who we saw a little bit of last year, Roansy Contreras, Michael Escato, and Kanan Smith. And sorry, James Reeves was another transaction. He was to the Padres. But you're giving up 4 prospects, none of them probably were ever going to do anything for us. Yahuri's good, but we've got like 8 pitchers ahead of him. I like the deal personally. I think Taillon, if he can stay healthy, he's talked about it on shows like Talking Yanks and Talking Baseball that he's got his stuff back. Changed his mechanics a little bit, but he's got his stuff.
I think if he can get to that, 2-3 in the rotation, I think it'd be huge for us because I think he has a lot of talent, but it's untapped potential. So we'll definitely see him, try to come back from the spring training. I saw he tweeted yesterday. He's never been more excited to start a spring training. And so we'll see where he goes from there. So I think he'll be by mid-season, he'll be a good 2-3 in the rotation for us.
Yeah, I mean, I think so too. I mean, his last full year, he was like 3.2 ERA, 3.28 ERA, made all 32 starts. His curveball is really nice. And he throws 94 to 96. We don't know if that velocity is still there, but if he can, I mean, that's a pretty good pitcher. And you look at it now, you got Cole, Kluber, Taillon, then Montgomery, and probably Garcia. And this is what I got to bring up now. Yeah, I mean, that's probably what it's going to be. We got to pray with these injuries all the time. I'm looking at it. I'd rather put Clark Schmidt in the 5 spot over Davey. The guy's 24, 25 years old. Listen, Davey's 3 years younger. He's had less development. Why is Schmidt not here yet? And I got to be honest, I don't know if I'm even confident in Davey in the first place. He tops 93, and that's at best. When he was a prospect, everyone's like, oh, he throws 95 plus. I guess not. Where did that go? Nobody even talks about it. I think he had a few bad starts. It showed how maybe he could be pretty bad sometimes. I think he's still young. Give him time. What are we going to do? Wait till Schmidt's 26 and then put him in the rotation? I mean, you got to test him out somehow. So what's your thought on this 5 spot?
On this 5 spot, to be honest, I agree with Clark Schmidt needs to be in there, maybe that 5 spot, but I wouldn't necessarily take Devi out of it. I would take Jordan Montgomery out of the starting.
Seriously.
The starting 5, yeah. He hasn't really produced as much as he should have been. So I feel like we could put him in the bullpen and maybe get some good innings out of him there.
I was considering that too. I mean, my dad and I were talking about it on the phone last night. He's like, the Yankees seem to be this only team. They have like a high school baseball mentality. It's like, oh, you've been on the team longer. You're in the rotation. It's like, maybe it should be about who should actually be in there. What does Jordan do? I mean, middle of the regular season, July, you're sitting there like, hey, Jordan gave us 4 1/3, 2 earned today. Good job. And it's like, we need a little bit more than that sometimes.
Agreed.
Yeah,
it'll be interesting to see what they do there, but I think that would be the most logical move here on out.
Yeah. So, bullpen wise, I think, the way I'm thinking about it now, and they got Darren O'Day, which first of all is a pretty good move. It changes up the looks. I think they can kind of use all these guys. They got the Montgomerys, the Hermans. Let me look at my projected bullpen list. The Nick Nelsons, the Michael Kings, the Cessas, the Loizagas. All 6 of those guys can go 2 innings plus. I think they're looking at what the Rays did last year. Most of these relievers, all they do is throw 2 innings on the Rays, except for a few guys. And the Yankees are like, okay, we have all these 1-inning guys. They keep getting burnt out. Maybe let's just trust some of these guys, go an inning in the 3rd, inning in 2/3, and save our pen.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think that's what they're going to move to do. I think Michael King's a good prospect for us coming up through there. And then, as you said, Luis Cessa and Jonathan Loizaga, who I haven't really trusted at all, the past year. So, I mean, I think those 2 guys are going to have a good spring training for me to really trust them and see where it goes from there.
Yeah, well, Loizaga had like a 3.4 ERA last year, so he was pretty good. It's just obviously, you can't trust him in the 8th inning, the 7th inning, stuff like that. He's got to add like a secondary pitch to me.
Yeah. He doesn't really have much. And, I watched a lot of games. I had the package for the first time last year, and I watched every game almost. And whenever I saw him come in, I was like, oh, here we go. Like, it's either we're going to get a good shutdown or he's going to give up a bomb or 2.
I think I've told you this one before. He kind of reminds me of Betances when he first came up in like 2016. Yeah. We were like, oh, shit, tonight might be a bad one. That curveball's like going 12 feet outside, and he's like, what the fuck's going on? That I miss that Dellin man, though. It's kind of sad that he's not really that guy anymore. But
he could be that. He can not be that guy in the Mets. That's fine by me.
yeah,
as long as he's not
exactly.
on my payroll and he's not playing well, that's fine.
Hey, what do you think? I just read on Twitter they're engaging back with the Cubs on Chris Bryant.
We are.
No, the Mets.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, I don't think we need Chris Bryant. Yeah,
to make me act up. I would love Chris Bryant to make me act up right here. But I don't know how that really worked with how they pay everyone.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess they don't care either because their new owner, Steve Cohen, he's pretty rich. So he came and he was like, "I'm coming here to spend." That's why he gets Lindor. They were in on Bauer. They have money to spend. Clearly, if Bauer got $40 million per year from LA, then the Mets were around the same ballpark. So they have money to spend.
I don't think the Cubs will move off of Chris Bryant just yet. I think they'll give it another season and see what's going on from there.
Maybe.
Free agent. Yeah, I think he is.
I think so. I don't see any reason to do it. I just heard what the Cubs did was they did all this around Wrigley Field investing, and then the pandemic hit and they lost all their money on it, and now they have to cut payroll. And that's when you sit there as a fan. It's like, really, that's taken away from our team now that you decided to decorate around the stadium.
Yeah, that should come out of your pocket.
Yeah, exactly. So, the bullpen, if you go through the list, projected 8, because that's the new number, you get 8. I think opening day, you got Nelson, Herman, King, Sessa, Loizaga, O'Day, Green, Britton, Chapman, and -1 from that. That was my top 9. I have no problem with that. Nelson throws 100.
Neither do I. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, no, I didn't hear you. Yeah, no, you could say whatever you want.
Oh, no, I love it. I don't – it's not the best bullpen in baseball, but it's sure as hell of a good one. I'm excited to see what they'll do, especially when you're going to get, hopefully a lot of run support this year because we were one of the top scoring offenses in baseball last year, and we couldn't pull through in the playoffs. But when you have, good run support and you have, Garrett Cole or Jameson Taillon going 6 strong, I think the sky's the limit.
Yeah, me too. I'm more optimistic than others probably about the pitching. You got the injury question marks, but I think we'll be fine. It's just, we get into that season where it's like we keep hyping ourselves up about the team, and then we get to the regular season, we dominate, playoffs, we fall flat. And so that's always going to be the thing now. In the back of my head, it's like, okay, we could talk all this stuff and be like, oh, if this happens, they just got to win.
I agree. If Sevy comes back, who's first out of the starting 5?
If Jordan's in when Sevy's there, then Jordan, yeah. And then if he's not, and say it's Schmidt in there, if it's Cole, Taillon, Kluber, Schmidt, Garcia, I think they kick Davey out to save his innings because I keep hearing they still want him on an innings limit.
I feel like if we hung Jordan Montgomery on the trade market, we'd probably get some good stuff in return for him. I feel like we could have maybe thrown him in a deal to get a top pitcher in the offseason or something like that. But they clearly aren't looking into spending money on another great player.
Yeah, no, it's interesting, and Andujar too. He's on the team. He's never going to play. Gio's a right-handed hitter, so he's going to play against lefties and righties. Same with Voit. Frazier's the everyday left field guy now. Stanton DHs. Andujar's never going to play. He's going to play once a week maybe. So shocked they didn't trade him either.
It's hard to do so. Like, what are you going to do with a third baseman who doesn't know how to play third base? I feel like they would have been much better off with a Brandon Drury there, backing up Gio Urshela, who's a good fielder, not as great as a hitter, but he's also a very well fielded player.
Oh, well, remember how last time when he came in 7 games, you never saw him again?
Yep.
Yeah, no, that was
backup for us.
Yeah, no, he could. He could definitely be a good backup. That's another thing on the bench. I just read yesterday the Yankees haven't reached out to Brett Gardner whatsoever since Halloween. So no words. See, okay, you hold the thumbs up. I think we should keep Gardy. Okay, think about it. I'm not saying Gardy's amazing, but who's on the free agent market right now that's better? That's number one. Number two, if Mike Tauchman goes down, who's the next guy up? Is it Florial? Is it like, I mean, there's zero people anymore. Like the Yankees aren't deep anymore. So I feel like just from a depth perspective, keep Gardy.
I definitely get it from a depth, perspective. But I mean, if he's going to take up another man's roster spot, another younger players, I'd rather not, because we know we're going to get, and that's also a safety blanket. So if there is really no one else, I guess throw him in there and give him a nice 1-year deal. But what does a 1-year deal look like for him? Is he going to want more money to come play again? And we're in a pandemic world. Is he going to want more money now that he's older in a pandemic season? So we don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just, again, he's been with us for a long time. You stick him on the bench, he's at least going to give you good at bats. And I tweeted out a few weeks ago, post like the first month of the season, he got better and better. And he started, I think the last month of the season, he hit like 330. His numbers were pretty up. So it just, Gardner always struggles the first month of the season. We just, look at the overall stats and we get pissed off. But that's always Gardner. He always has that bad month, just happened to be the first one. But yeah, no, I mean, if they let him go, they let him go. My only question at that point is Tauchman really your backup outfielder? I mean, he couldn't hit for anything at the end of last season. So they got to upgrade or do something.
I agree. I think it's something they're going to look to bolster, but I don't think we've seen Stanton stop playing the left field. So, I mean, Clint can always be that guy, and you can have, Andrew Hard DH on some days and stuff like that, or Mike Ford if we ever see him again, which I really don't care for. We'll see, but I'm excited definitely for, because it's kind of a big question mark season for us, but we still on paper look like we're one of the best rosters in the American League. So I really don't think it should be an issue.
Yeah, no, we mentioned that last time. We were like, I mean, this team still is amazing, and we just get spoiled about it because we keep losing. And again, that's what it all comes down to. But I got to go through this, and hold on, I'm going to copy and paste the name and send it because I need to see how you pronounce it. Actually, I'll just okay. So it's WOJCIECHOWSKI.
Wojnarowski? I don't know.
That's actually close, dude. Yeah, it's Wojciechowski.
Wojciechowski. Okay.
That's pretty close. Okay, he's a terrible pitcher who we signed for a minor league deal. But I decided to bring it up, see how you would pronounce it, because I couldn't do it.
I was close, and I was off the spelling. Maybe if you gave me if I would have seen it, I probably would have hit it a little on the head a little more. I just guessed because after the fourth letter, I forgot what you were saying.
Yeah, no, I mean, hey, I was listening to John Boy, and they were like, let's see if this guy's a good pitcher, if he's going to make an impact. And they were like, what are his Yankee stats? His stats against the Yankees at Yankee Stadium? CRA is 20.25.
Oh, sounds great. Well, he'll be great for practice.
Yeah, exactly.
Good off him.
Exactly. So then the Yankees, they also have, of course, they re-signed or not re-signed. They got Kyle Barraclaw as well, minor league deal, bullpen pitcher. If you remember him with the Marlins, actually, he did pretty well a long time ago. You like this guy?
Marlin. I liked him in Miami. He was fun to watch. They were promising he was going to be a little better than he was. That's the Marlins marketing to get you in the stadium somehow. But I always find him strolling through a little MLB The Show. I was, oh, there he is. What team's on now? He was cycles around the league crazy in that game. So I mean, we'll see how he plays for us, and I think he'll if he has a strong spring training, I think that he can make his way into that bullpen somehow.
Yeah, I mean, I think so too. All right. Also, JA Happ officially with the Twins. I really hope we play the Twins again. I mean, we already own them. We get a little JA Happ revenge.
Maybe Aaron Hicks goes yard, a little double whammy.
Yeah, no, Happ. I mean, listen, he did okay at times, but it's like, okay, I'm glad he's gone for sure. And then Tanaka officially in Rakuten with the Rakuten Eagles. He's gone. It's kind of sad, man.
Yeah, it was sad to see him go, especially when his wife wrote a very touching Instagram post, I guess, that day. And it kind of if you read it in English, it kind of hit you home. If you're a Yankee fan, you liked Masahiro, and he was he was a great talent for us. I wish we could have got a more World Series, but never really strong enough to get there. And I think 2017 was definitely our best chance, and we fumbled the bag thanks to that cheating ass Astros.
Yeah, no. I mean, I always, whenever we're on Strictly Baseball, we're talking about the free agents. I just always breeze over the Astros. I still can't even talk about their team. Like the other day, I was just like, it's like, yeah, Brantley, 2 years. All right, moving on.
Fuck him.
Yeah, fuck him. And now we got Springer, who's gonna fucking taunt us with Toronto.
He can talk to us from second place. That's fine. I'm not worried about
it. Are you scared about them at all?
I mean, I'm worried about them, but I'm not. It's a long season, so I think we'll get the better of them. Don't worry about that too much.
Yeah, I mean, me too. I think the age is always going to come in, but I mean, Springer's a big vet presence. But I mean, you go through their position list now. I mean, Lourdes Gurriel, top 10 left fielder, Springer, top 3.
Yeah. They are very loaded, but I think chemistry is a big part. Who's going to hit where, and they still got to get in that feel. So I think we'll see. The Yankees have that. The Yankees have the chemistry and the veterans on that roster that can get those big hits. And I don't think the Blue Jays have it other than really Springer.
No, yeah, that's true. I just I think again, Lourdes and Teoscar, basically everyone in their position list is top 10 at their position, so they can all hit. That's the one thing that scares me. And so, I love Bo Bichette. I think he's already a top 10 shortstop, 300 hitter. Teoscar hit 26 home runs in 19. He hit like 17 in 50 something games this year. Lourdes Gurriel, really good. Kevin Biggio is really damn good. Now he's at third base. So, and then Vlad Jr., he's lost 30 pounds this offseason. So if those rookies come in and they're the same guys, and then you got Teoscar and Gurriel, they might have 8 hitters in their lineup that could hit a home run every at bat.
Yeah, I know. So do we.
Hey, yeah, no, exactly.
That's why I'm not too worried about it. We'll see.
Yeah,
I still feel like we have obviously the name power, but I think we have the American League home run leader. So, and his name's Luke Voigt. So,
hey, yeah,
if Luke Voigt's the best home run hitter on this team, the league has issues.
Exactly.
I'll tell you what, Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton are still on this team, and if they have a whole 162 games, even if they miss 40 games, they're up there. So I'm definitely excited to see that. I think that'll be a big rivalry this year.
Yeah, for sure. And that's the biggest thing too. Judge has to stay healthy. Stanton has to stay healthy. What do you think about them doing yoga and they're dropping a little weightlifting?
Good. It's better than deadlifting and benching when you're putting a lot of strain on your muscles. Go do some yoga. Go do what's good for your body. Stretch. These are all things that pro athletes do. You see Tom Brady playing for 22 years. What is it? 22 years? 7 Super Bowls. I mean, you don't get there by lifting weights every day and getting jacked. It doesn't happen, especially in a sport like baseball.
Yeah, 100%, dude. I mean, we talked about it. It's like, why does Stanton have to become a bodybuilder to hit home runs? You don't.
Yeah, we've seen it. All you got to do is either steroids or bang on trash can. Trash can.
Hey, we got to think of something creative.
Maybe we'll bring Gardy back just to hit on the dugouts, and that'll be a certain sign.
Hey, exactly. That's another question I heard the other day, and I want to be interested to see what you would say. If Gardy is gone, who do you think that guy on the bench is player-wise that's going to go after umps?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Yeah, no, I took a second on this one too.
Clint? I think Clint has the personality for it.
Okay,
that would be his way to really get into the heart of Yankee fans. I know we're a little hard sometimes. I like the guy, but talking to old heads, they're like, oh, he thinks he's hot shit when he came, which he did. He wanted number 7 like he was Mickey Mantle, but I think to win the hearts over that would be a great step for him. Become the hothead. He's already got the red hair, so he's fitting it.
Yeah, no, I think it could be Voigt.
Yeah, I was gonna say him too, but I feel like he's getting a little too old for that.
Maybe, yeah. No, he can't get out there like that.
How old is he? 32, 34?
I think he's 30.
Is he 30?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I'm tripping then.
Yeah. But Yeah, no, I mean, we're getting closer. I just, I'm looking forward to the first Nestor Cortez call up. You remember him? I mean, he's back with us. I want the first Warren and the first Cortez, and then we'll know we're in the regular season when we're getting those AAA call ups.
Yeah, you're right. I'm excited for it though. I'm gonna get every pitch again. We'll see.
Yeah, and what do you think? Also, no DH in the NL this year. What are they doing? I mean, everyone knows it's going to be in place next year with the new CBA.
I just don't get why they don't want to grow the game. I don't understand it. I don't. From a money standpoint, it'll make you more money by scoring more runs. I mean, I just don't get it. More people are going to watch it when there's, who wants to watch pitchers hit? No one wants to watch pitchers hit. I refuse to go to, sometimes I go to Marlins games. Like, oh, I'm going to go watch 8 baseball players and a pitcher hit. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Right.
No one wants to watch the old heads, who are playing the NL swing a baseball bat. They want to see them, stay healthy and not have to put strain on their upper body where they're swinging all day. It doesn't make any sense to me. And it just creates more opportunities for other, position players to get in the lineup. And you have a DH, you have a good 10th guy on the bench in the National League, and he's never really playing much because he's behind a Chris Bryant, or he's behind a, not Mike Trout, but another player like that. I can't even name one off the top of my head right now.
No. I mean, I see what you're saying. I mean, for the Braves too, that allowed them to DH Ozuna. He's not as good as defense. They put someone else in left field for the extra bat.
That's what they should be doing. I don't get why they don't want to grow the game. The Major League Baseball. I mean, this is on them. This is on the union. Obviously, turn this one down, but they haven't done a great job before this. So, I think this new CBA needs to come back with some great things to the sport.
Yeah, I mean, I kept saying it's like, why didn't they just do it before the pandemic season? Because like you're going to be talking about it come the end of this year. Now there's going to be drama all year about it. Oh, what are they going to do? Who's on what side? They could have just got all the fighting done. That was such bad press that they couldn't even come back. And now if they have another delay to the season next year because they can't decide if they want to fucking DH or not, it's like, come on.
It's a no-brainer. Why are we keeping a DH? Come to me with the analytics that it makes more sense to have no DHs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. I mean, it literally cannot be possibly better to have pitchers in the lineup.
No. Oh, look, this guy's gonna bunt his way over. No, we don't come to watch bunts. Small ball is cool when it's athletes doing it. You have a really fast guy on second and he's stealing third while you're bunting, and you bunt to the left side. That's different. We're not watching a pitcher, bunt just to get on, or sit there and take pitches just to drive the pitch count up. And it doesn't make sense.
No, I agree 100%. So, all right. So if there's one thing, we'll finish on this. If there's one thing that you want the Yankees to still do, just one more move, what do you think it should be? Or do you have another prediction for what might happen?
I don't know. I did say they should sign a guy like Darren O'Day in the first episode we did together.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I really don't see any major moves to be made right now, considering every major guy's really off the board. I would have liked to see them, I thought maybe the Ottavino move would have maybe cleared up some space. And that space was probably for Darren O'Day. Well, it seems like, with the salary. So I don't know. Off the top of my head, I don't have one. Maybe just call up Clark Schmidt.
Hey.
That's what I want to see. Call up Clark Schmidt.
Yeah, no, I like that one. And I guess the only thing I would say is get outfield depth. That's it. I mean, get someone on minor league deal, invite to spring training type deal. Like Nick Markakis is still a free agent. I mean, the only thing with him is like, money, you said, and he can't play center field.
No, I mean, call the Marlins up. The Marlins got plenty of outfielders to spare. You got some draft capital, trade capital, make it happen.
Yeah, true. Hey, and maybe they find another Talkman. I mean, they found Voit and Talkman and Gio, looked at their minor leagues, and they're like, we like their exit velos, and then look at them now. So maybe that's what the Yankees are thinking.
Speaking of exit velos, did you see our boy the Martian hit a 117 mile per hour ball the other day?
Are you serious?
Off his bat, 117 miles per hour.
He just turned 18 too.
Yep.
Dude. I mean, hey, I saw that the player comp and it was like Ted Williams, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
How do you say Ted Williams, not Joe DiMaggio as a Yankee? Come on.
I know,
Messed
right?
up.
I think there was a Yankee comp on there. I just forget what it was. But hey, dude, honestly, have him ready by next year. What are we like? Literally, if he's in single A, well, I guess Tampa's lower now, so they have like Somerset as double A, and then single A they have like that the I forget what their name is now, but
They should have a new one, right? They just changed it.
yeah, no, I got to look it up now. That's gonna bug me.
Man.
Yeah, but I mean, if you have Dominguez go to single A for like a month, if he's hitting like 350, you go, okay, you're good. Send him up to Somerset, spend a month there, and then have him finish AAA for the rest of the year. Next year, he's center field.
Yeah, I would be excited for that. But what do you do with Hicks? Is Hicks that utility guy?
Yeah.
I know I've mentioned trading Hicks if he wasn't healthy and like for what you get for him, but I mean, I think he's still, if he's healthy, he's one of the best bats in our lineup, especially he can go switch.
That's who it is. It's Hudson Valley.
Yeah.
Hudson Valley Renegade. Yeah, no, it's funny too because when I was a little kid, 6 years old, when I still lived in New York, I went to that field when they were under a different affiliate for like a summer camp for baseball. So it's pretty crazy now. They're a Yankee affiliate.
That's pretty dope. I've only been at Coney Island, their field for the affiliates.
Oh, that's cool.
Obviously, yeah.
Aren't they? Are Staten Island Yankees are done, right?
Yeah.
Wow. See,
Yeah,
this is weird.
They had a great logo too.
Yeah, no, it was cool. Yeah, that sucks. I mean, all these minor leagues are getting cut. So, all right. Hopefully, there's another move before the season soon. Pitchers and catchers report in 6 days. We'll come back next week with some Yankee news, some Yankee headlines. Right after Aaron Boone, all the players do their press conferences. I'm sure there'll be some tidbits from that. And anything else you got in your mind, Mark, before we go?
Yeah, I got one more. I got a couple purchases I made. I got a little Garrett Cole jersey over there. I just bought a little pinstripe one. I bought a little DJ one, and then me and my girlfriend went to this plaster carousel place back where we live. We paint stuff. I could paint a little jar right here.
Damn, man, you got some good stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, that's cool.
The World Series championships, pinstripes on the side. Put a little change in there or something. Maybe a little World Series ring one day.
Hey, yeah, hey. When they win this year, just ask the guy to paint over the 7 with an 8, and it'll.
Oh, I'll do it myself. Yeah, I made that one. That was me.
Oh shit! Hey, there you go. Yeah, you could just make it over. That's awesome.
Part-time Picasso.
Dude, hey, we have to remember that if we win the World Series this year, it's because of your thing.
It's because of that, and just because they wanted to jinx it, made me paint it again.
Exactly. And one more thing. Yankees are allowing fans in Yankee Stadium this year. Cuomo in New York announced, he said 10% of 10,000 plus capacity arenas or stadiums are allowed to have fans. So that means the Knicks and the New York Rangers right now, they get like 1,600 fans. Yankees get 6,000 to start the year because we have like 56,000, 60,000. So we get 6,000 fans. Kind of like that's like a rain delay crowd, but it's better than nothing.
It is better than nothing. I can't wait to get up there maybe during the summer and see a game or two. And hopefully by October, they'll be able to get up there to maybe 10,000 fans, maybe more, maybe double that, 25% maybe. So we'll see. I'm excited. I'd be excited for that.
All right, my guy. We'll come back next week after the press conferences, talk about what the Yankees are talking about next week. Until then, Strictly Baseball coming, I think, tomorrow. Guys, Steve Cashin, he's been out partying. Let's just say that. Since the Bucks won the Super Bowl in Tampa. So he had to take the day off today. We'll have him back tomorrow doing Strictly Baseball. And then we have Strictly Hockey as well. Hopefully tomorrow, we'll see. And then Strictly Sports, I don't know when we're doing it. Strictly Rangers probably over the weekend. And we have these on YouTube now. So if you watch us on YouTube today, thank you. But we're also on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, basically anyone you can think of. You can follow us on Twitter at Strictly Sports P and on Facebook and Instagram at Strictly Sports Productions. For Mark Papaleo, I am Jacob Brown, and we will see you next time.